Well, a very good afternoon and welcome back to Baku. It's the final block on the final day of competition at the Baku Grand Slam. We're about to get underway with all the medal matches. There are 5 weight categories that we've got to go through. I want to take a look at how many of the top seeds from the start of the day are still with us and still in with a chance of a medal. The number 1 seed was Kirill Denisov. He lost in the semi-final to Alexander Kukol of Serbia. We're going to see Denisov in the bronze medal contest. Number 2 seed was Nishiyama Daiki of Japan. He lost in the quarterfinal to Axel Clerget of France, and it was Nishiyama who lost out to Cyril Grossklaus of Switzerland in the repechage contest. It'll be Grossklaus and Denisov to contest one of the bronze medal contests. The other bronze medal contest is between Mamadali Mediev of Azerbaijan. He'll be up against Axel Clerget of France. The final is Alexander Kukol of Serbia. He's up against Marcus Niemann of Sweden. That's the under 90 kilo category. The under 100 kilo category, Karl Richard Frey was the number 1 seed this morning. He's in the bronze medal contest against Wolf Aron of Japan. It was Frey who lost out to Sajenix Miklos of Hungary, and Sajenix went through to the final. He'll face Beka Gwiniashvili of Georgia in that final. The number 2 seed was Dmitry Peters. He's in the bronze medal contest against Adlan Bizultanov of Russia. We lost Martin Pacek along the way and Jose Armenteros of Cuba. Let's take a look at the under 100 kilo category. Then Borbana was the number 1 seed. He went out to David Moura of Brazil. It was Moura who made his way to the semi-final, and he too was downed by Yachiv Kamo. The final will be between Yachiv Kamo and the number 2 seed, Roy Meyer. Faisal Jabala, he went out early. First round defeat to Daniel Alastorfer. Borbana, as I mentioned, the number 1 seed, he will be up against Abdullah Tangriev of Uzbekistan in the other bronze medal match. David Moura and Batulga Toymulin will compete for that other bronze medal. Husha Steinhaus was the number 1 seed in the under 78 kilo category. She's made her way to the final. The number 2 seed, Louisa Malzahn, well, she lost in the semi-final to Husha's teammate Marhinda Verkerk, and it'll be Marhinda Verkerk and Husha Steinhaus in that final. Louisa Malzahn, she will face Victoria Turks of Ukraine in the first of the bronze medal matches. The second bronze medal match will feature Gemma Gibbons and Umeki Mami of Japan. Natalie Powell was the other seed there. She was the number 4 seed. She lost out to Umeki in the quarter-final, and then she lost her repechage contest to Victoria Turks. Right, let's take a look at the plus 78 kilo category. Yu Song is the number 1 seed. She made her way to the final. The number 2 seed was Idalis Ortiz. She lost in the quarterfinal to Yamabe Kanae of Japan, and it was Yamabe who made her way to the final. So the final will be between Yu Song and Yamabe Kanae. Ortiz, well, she went down into the repechage and lost to Marina Slutskaya of Belarus. So it'll be Slutskaya to face Emily Andiol of France. Andiol was the number 4 seed. The only other seed that we haven't mentioned is Nihal Chikrahu of Tunisia. She was the number 3 seed. She made her way to the semi-final, losing out to Yamabe. We'll see her against Santa Pakanita of Lithuania. That's the other bronze medal match. Okay, that's the complete and total lineup, not only of all the contests that we've got to see, but how they got there. We're going to start with the first of the medal matches. It'll be Mamadali Mediev of Azerbaijan. He'll be up against Axel Clerget of France. You can expect a rousing reception from the Azeri crowd as Mediev and Clerget take to the mat. It'll be Mediev in the white judogi, Clerget in blue. Let's get ready for that. There's a look at Medvedev. There's a look at Clerget. No head-to-head. First time that these two have faced each other. 28 and 39 respectively on the IJF World Ranking list. Mr. Wang Gochel is the referee in the middle for this one. The first medal on offer in this final block today. Where's it going to go then? Where's your money? Medvedev in the white judogi, Clerget in blue. I haven't seen much of Medvedev today, but I've seen a couple of Clerget's fights and they were pretty good. And a rousing battle with Marcus Niemann, and a good one with Nishiyama Daiki as well. Oh, Yoko Tomoyanagi, left-sided from Clerget, picks up Yuko, a good score to get things going. So score inside the first half a minute for the Frenchman. Another little Setemi-Waza effort there. Now a chance to work on the ground here. I'd like to move around to his left just to hook that leg in. Clerget persisting with the Setemi-Waza efforts, but that one brings in a Shido. Ooh, left-sided Uchimata effort from Medvedev there that Clerget just manages to step off. Two minutes to go. The lead still 1 Yuko for Clerget. Slight show of frustration from Medvedev. But it's been a nice performance from Clerget. Exceptionally difficult fighter. Well, he's gone to the Setemi-Waza again. It's not the most attractive, but it's keeping Medvedev at bay. Just want to throw in a few attacks here and there. Keep yourself from picking up a passivity penalty. Well, there you go. Medvedev was complaining about the tactic of Clerget coming up with these weak Setemi-Waza efforts, but here's one that scores, and it's a good one too. So second score for Clerget now as we come into the last part of the contest. The last minute here. 2 Yukos. Last few seconds for Medvedev to try and pull something out of the bag and give the crowd something to shout for. Oh, he went to the well once too often. A slip from Clerget right at the end. The time has ticked away. If he can just trap the leg and the offside come in, he can't hold it for long enough. Well, Clerget was right on the edge there of having given that one away. He dodged that bullet, didn't he? Medvedev couldn't stay away from getting his leg trapped, and once that was trapped, it was the end of the offside coming. They were off the competition area anyway, so that was the end of it. Well, he scored twice with the Setemi-Waza, and he almost gave it away at the end with that last Setemi-Waza effort. Axel Clerget of France it is who wins the first of the medals on offer in this final block on day 3 of competition here at the Baku Grand Slam. Let's have a look at some of the highlights. Well, he may laugh. Right, the second of the bronze medal matches features Cyril Grossklaus of Switzerland. He's up against Kirill Denisov of Russia. Grossklaus in the white judogi, Denisov in blue. We're underway with the second of the bronze medal matches. The first one having gone the way of Axel Clerget of France. See who's going to join him on the medal podium. Nice right-sided effort there from Gross-Klaus. He made Denisov defend that and step over. So that was the best time to attack for Gross-Klaus, just as Denisov was looking to set him up with a Tani Otoshi. Well, Gross-Klaus slightly shaken up there. Bit of a shocker on the mat edge. Almost looked as though he walked onto that big Makikomi. Denisov it is, who takes the second of the bronze medals here. Big Harai Makikomi, left-sided from Kirill Denisov. He's in a bad position there as well. He's stretched out and it's ideal for Denisov. So Clerget and Denisov take bronze medals in the under 90 kilo category. That leaves us now with the final. Alexander Kukol of Serbia faces Markus Niemann of Sweden. It'll be Kukol in the white judogi, Niemann in blue. Vincent Drouot is the referee in the middle for this one. Nice to see him on the mat today. Kukol in the white judogi, Niemann in blue. Niemann looking for some Satemi Waza over on the right side. That's trademark of the Swedish fighter, looking to engage his opponents in Newaza, and here he is. Just trying to free the left leg now. Not the top half, nicely done up, but as he tries to move and get more leverage on the top half, he's going to lose contact, and that's exactly what happens, and the referee calls Mate. Kukol has had a bit of a warning there, although I strongly suspect that he knew all along that Markus Niemann was one of the undoubted experts in the weight category in Newaza. A little bit more activity from Kukol. He's just got to be careful that he doesn't fall off the pace here. Couple of minutes gone. Just the Shidos picked up by both players. And again, Niemann looking to engage Kukol on the ground. And for the second time now, Kukol having to defend against Niemann's expertise in Newaza, but he manages to secure the Osaikomi this time round. And it's Markus Niemann who takes the gold medal in the under 90 kilo category. Chatting with Neil Adams when he was up here earlier on, we were talking about when it looked to all intents and purposes as though Niemann had retired. And Adams said, "It ain't over until you hear the singing." There's no one singing yet. Markus Niemann.
Gold medal representing Sweden,
Coming up next, the under 78 kilo category bronze medal contest, the first of which features Victoria Turks of Ukraine. She's up against Luisa Malzahn of Germany. It's Turks in the white judogi, Malzahn in blue. She looks very nice in blue, doesn't she, Luisa Malzahn? The referee in the middle is Jose Manuel Cortez. Malzahn, the number 2 seed here, lost out to Marhinda Verkerk in the semi-final, second of the semi-finals. Victoria Turks, well, she lost out to Husha Steenhuis of the Netherlands in the quarter-final and had to defeat Natalie Powell of Great Britain. Turks is not the only fighter that the Ukrainians have got at 78 kilos who could mix it at this kind of level. And as to see a Turchin is, there or thereabouts. He hasn't quite hit the dizzy heights that one would have expected as her junior and under 23 performances had suggested. It's Malzahn who picks up the penalty. Still time, however, for Turchin. We may yet see her next time round. Turks going off the wrong side. That's not quite where Malzahn meant, but she won't worry about that. She's on the board with that score. Yuko the lead with 1 minute and 50 odd left to go. Strong grip from Maltan, just making things difficult for Turks. Sumigeshi effort from Turks, but Maltan able to defend. Odd seconds left to go. Still that single Yuko. The difference between the two. Maltan just putting that shoulder in there, taking a grip on one side with both hands to block Turks. And that's it. Louisa Maltan takes the first of the bronze medals in the under 78 kilo category. The second of the bronze medal contests features the Olympic silver medalist from London, Gemma Gibbons of Great Britain. She faces the current world champion, Umeki Mami of Japan. It's Gibbons in the white judogi, Umeki in blue. Well, Umeki's already been tumbled once today. Gibbons will be hoping that she can do it again. Gary Takamoto of the United States of America is the referee in the middle for this one, and it was Husha Steenhuis of the Netherlands who sent Umeki Mami tumbling in their semi-final. I wonder if Gibbons can make it a double happening. I get the feeling that in the heavier weights, there's less intimidation from the Japanese. In the lighter weights, 48, 52, 57, there's this air of superiority that the Japanese fighters appear to have, in my opinion anyway, that doesn't come across in 70 and 78, where they're almost chasing things. It's the non-Japanese fighters who are kind of leading the way, if you like. Well, a little bit too late to be looking for the way out here. Most of the work was done prior to that turnover, and now that's the finish. The leg was wrapped up around the head and shoulder, and then once that turnover came, and she's had to tap out as well. The squeeze was on. Well, she'll be disappointed, Gemma Gibbons, at not having come away with a medal, but that's not necessarily such a bad performance from the British fighter. 5th place finish at the Grand Slam in Baku. And in addition to that, she had some good fights earlier on. Definitely had a good win against Purev Jargol. And then her contest with Bogozelic as well was pretty good. So reasonable showing from Gibbons, finishing up in 7th place. But it's Umeki Mami of Japan who takes the second of the bronze medals in the under 78 kilo category. Let's see if we can dig up some highlights from this particular contest. That was the last point, was just before that actually. Once she'd been rolled, there was very little chance of getting out, because by the time that she landed, the Meki was securing the shoulder, arm and head, wrapping it up fairly tightly, and then that was it. Yes. It was pretty quickly onto it, to be honest. It was well executed from Umeki. Put on quite a squeeze as well. Well, we should be having the final of the under 78 kilo category now. Husha Steenhuis of the Netherlands should be facing teammate Martin de Verkerk. Unfortunately, Verkerk sustained a knee injury and is unable to compete in the final, so it should be Husha Steenhuis of the Netherlands to come out and just take the bow. Rather embarrassing. She comes out very shyly, a coy-looking Husha Steenhuis to come and take the bow here.
Gold medalist representing the Netherlands, Husha Steenhuis, is the third gold medal on a Grand Slam. And due to an injury, Martin de Verkerk couldn't compete.
Right, well, we're going to move to the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 90 kilo category now.
And now for the medal ceremony for men under 90 kilograms. The medals are presented bronze medalists are from Russia, Kirill Denisov, and from France, Axel Clerget.
Bronze medals go to Kirill Denisov of Russia and to Axel Clerget of France.
The silver medal is for Serbia, Alexander Kukul.
Silver medal goes to Alexander Kukul of Serbia.
And the gold medal is for Sweden.
And the gold medal goes to Marcus Niemann of Sweden.
The prize money and the flowers is presented by the Vice Minister for Youth and Sports of Azerbaijan and Republic. This is mainly Sligo.
Mikrofonlar tebrik ederim. Akrobatik ekstrasitlerle ve İman Azimani Cenab Smile.
And now please, all rise for the national anthem of Sweden.
And now the national anthem of Sweden. Right, well, immediately after we've finished with the family picture, we'll have the bronze medal contests in the under 100 kilo category. We've got quite a lineup to give you here. Karl Richard Frey of Germany faces Wolf Aaron of Japan. It'll be Frey in the white judogi, Wolf in blue, and we'll follow that with Dmitry Peters of Germany and Adlan Bizaltanov of Russia. Top draw outing in store here. Mr. Fisher. There's a look at Aaron Wolf. Oh, Wolf Aaron, beg your pardon. I knew I was going to do that at some stage. There's Karl Richard Frey as well. We really have got a terrific lineup. Fine, the two bronze medal matches, absolutely super, and the final, well, what a prospect there. Lots to investigate in the various styles of the fighters involved in this final block, and I was lucky to escape there. A huge attempt with that Ashiwaza, and it was all Tewaza, really. Incredible movement from Wolf. As he sent, just goes to show that those things that we are asked from time to time to practice in the club, or we see in some kind of book, where you've got to do it for a kata exam. You think that'll never work, will it? Really? Because it almost did there. When the movement is right, yeah, terrific. And he almost caught him again there. Just gives that little feint with the left and drops the left knee. Oh. I'll even try and pop that back in. Wolf having a bit of a problem with his contact lens. Just look at the handwork, incredible. No wonder the replay guys like it. Yeah, try and stand him up a bit and get close in. Yeah, that's nice. Combination. Wolf again. Trying to go around the back there and attack that right leg. Well, once they settle on a grip, there's some nice movement from this pair. A little bit of a battle for grips first. Wolf definitely trying to set Fry up to get a reaction. And that was what he was looking for. Oh. He'd worked on that for 2.5 minutes. Feint after feint after feint. And you'll only be able to see it in slow motion on a replay to see whether he'd really sold him on it. He'd been threatening to go round the back on a number of occasions and had made a few attacks there. Just gave that little feint and that little movement that had Fry backing off. And on another occasion, he just went straight through with it. No feint at all. Big attack. As soon as Wolf moves, there should be a reaction from Fry. There isn't. Look, he doesn't move. He doesn't move. And the movement that you would expect is from what he had previously been setting up, with that little feint to the front and then coming round the back. So he's actually waiting for Wolf to come round the back. Well, he doesn't. He just goes through with the Uchimata, and by the time that he even thinks about it, he's already in the air. Wolf Aaron of Japan takes the first of the bronze medals. Well, there's a second one at stake here, and there's another German involved. This time it's Dmitry Peters. He faces Adlan Bizultanov of Russia. It's Peters in the white judogi, Bizultanov in blue. They've gone head-to-head on 3 occasions, and Bizultanov leads the series 2-1. Anna Maria Friedrich is the referee in the middle for this one. Sultanov showed real disappointment in his loss in the semi-final to Sejenik Miklos of Hungary. Really fancied his chances of being in the final here. Peters, well, he had a ding-dong battle with Beka Gviniashvili that put him in the repechage, where he defeated Rafael Buzzacarini of Brazil. He'd love to be able to come away from Baku with a better result than his biggest rival, Karl Richard Frey. We've just seen end up in 5th place. And the Germans were 1 and 2 in the seeding here. Frey was the number 1 seed, Peters the number 2. They won't want to end up in 5th place. Frey's already got one of the 5th places. And there's another one up for grabs. Peters would very much like to hand that to Bizultanov. Minute and a half gone, no score as yet. Peters and Bizultanov just feeling their way into it. Peters searching for a grip, and he comes up with a big Osodagari effort, but the top half is slightly untidy, and as a result of that he just collapses, as does the attack. Peters picking up that penalty there. Oh, now that couldn't quite finish off for a big score, but there's enough in there for the Osai Komi. Nice and strong as well. Out of that one, however. Yuko is the lead. Big, strong attack from Peters there, and Bizultanov went down, but he managed to avoid going over the big score and just came down for Yuko. He was lucky to get that, actually, Peters. There's a little bit of an elbow involved there. Minute left to go. Peters has picked up single penalty, but there's a Yuko on the board that has him in the lead. Well, I haven't seen anything from Bisultanov that suggests that he can come back and take this in the last 35 seconds. It's been all Peters, really. He's picked up just that one penalty, but that's not going to matter now. He's done more than enough to take this. Yeah, Peters will take a drop. He can take a passivity penalty or a false attack, whichever one you like. But he's going to take the contest as well. So a single Yuko was enough for Dmitry Peters to get past Adlan Bisultanov. It's the German who takes the second of the bronze medals in the under 100 kilo category. Teammate Karl Richard Frey missed out, losing to Wolf Aaron of Japan. There's a point at which Bisultanov is attacked here and he still thinks that he can come up with a counter, and then he realises that he's going to have to defend it. There he's thinking about a counter, and he quickly realises, hey, I've got to get off this, but it's too late then. And he ends up getting caught for Yuko. It's the single score that does it for Peters. We come now to the final of the under 100 kilo category. Serjenics Miklos of Hungary faces Beka Gviniashvili of Georgia. It'll be Serjenics in the white judogi, Gviniashvili in blue. Jose Manuel Cortez is the referee in the middle for this one. So, Serjenics and Gviniashvili going head to head here. What a day they've both had. Serjenics to get this far, and Gviniashvili and the way that he got here. What a performance it's been. He could crown the most amazing day here if he were to win. It's already been a triumph. This would make it absolutely special. Got to be careful not to go below the waist. And there it is! That's the finish. Serjenics was, as was told to me before the final, the perfect match for Gviniashvili. That was the body type that he wanted to be up against. And as soon as he got the opportunity to wrap his arm round the waist, bring his opponent close in, lift him up, and execute his favourite Uranagi, over went the Hungarian. 20 years old, destroyed everyone here today. I mean that. He was absolutely unstoppable today. And Gviniashvili was not one of the top 8 seeds. Celebration time for Gviniashvili. I love to see the coach, Irakli Vaznadze, off his feet. 5 fights, 5 Ippons. Not once today was he taken the distance. Serienex wasn't in the same class, with the greatest of respect to the Hungarian, as Wolf of Japan, a real danger man and powerhouse. We saw that in his contest. Dmitry Peters, the Olympic bronze medalist. Javad Majoub, an extremely difficult opponent from Iran. Elkan Mamadov, maybe not on the best of his form, and Ivan Remerenko. What a lineup. Gviniashvili put them all away. Right, we come now to the awarding ceremony in the under 78 kilo category. Dr. Lisa Allen is making the presentations, the first of which the bronze medals go to Umeki Mami of Japan and to Luisa Malzahn of Germany. Silver medal goes to Marhinda Verkerk of the Netherlands. The gold medal goes to Husche Steenhuis of the Netherlands. Coming up next, the first of the bronze medal matches in the plus 78 kilo category for women. Santa Pakanita of Lithuania faces Nihil Chikrahu of Tunisia. It's Pakanita in the white judo gi, Chikrahu in blue. Fariz Husseinov of Azerbaijan is the referee in the middle for this one. He gets the shout.
In the white judo gi, representing Lithuania, a silver medal at the Baku Grand Slam last year, and in the blue, winner of 3 silver medals in Grand Slam from Tunisia, Nihal Chikrahu.
Well, we're underway with the first of the bronze medal contests. Chikrahu has defeated Pakanita on the 2 previous occasions that they've gone head to head. Pakanita maybe looking for a bit of payback now. Well, it's a nice effort from Chikrahu, almost countered by Pakanita, but not quite in control when the pair hit the tatami. Single Shido picked up by Pakanita. Now the Osai Komi. Pakanita has rather fallen into. Unable to escape from that one, I'm afraid. Santa Pakanita comes off second best in this one, and it's Nihil Chikrahu of Tunisia who takes the first of the bronze medals in the plus 78 kilo category.
Bronze medalist for Tunisia, Nihal Chikrahu. It's her 3rd medal in Grand Slam.
Well, let's take a look at how she finished this off.
You can see the highlights of this competition on the final screens of the big screen.
The second of the bronze medal matches features Marina Slutskaya of Belarus. She's up against Emily Andiol of France. It'll be Slutskaya in the white judogi, Andiol in blue. Mashbat Bukbat of Mongolia is the referee in the middle for this one.
And in the blue, the winner of the Grand Slam Paris 2015 from France, Emile Andiol.
No scorers yet. Slutskaya and Andiol battling it away. Slutskaya looking to go low on that left side, but was blocked by Andiol. No real progress being made there on the ground by Slutskaya, so the referee decided to call mate there. Fortunate to come up with a score there, Andiol. Slutskaya going down quite heavily, actually. Yuko being given. Yep, those were better than I thought. There was the Ojigari in there and a push from Andiol that brought up that score. Well, Slutskaya's got to come up with a little bit more than she's given to date. She hasn't made Andiol work at all. That was the single Yuko. Scored quite some time ago now. Andiol has been able to hang on to that lead. Little over half a minute left to go. Slutskaya struggling to get both hands on, and as a result of that, not able to generate any offense, and definitely not anything to threaten Andiol. Half a minute now. Time ticking away, and Andiol perfectly happy to collect a second Judo, and it doesn't look as though Slutskaya has got enough left to threaten Andiol. It'll be the French fighter, Emily Andiol, who will take this one. Despite the fact that she's picked up a third penalty, the Yuko will be enough. So Nihal Chikrahu of Tunisia collected one of the bronze medals. The second goes to Emily Andiol of France. Just that single Yuko enough to get past Marina Slutskaya of Belarus. A bit of a challenge for our replay experts to find the highlights from that one, I'm afraid. Can't win them all, can you? Well, we come now to the final of the plus 78 kilo category. Yu Song of China faces Yamabe Kanae of Japan. I did hear that Yu Song had picked up a back injury, and if that is the case, then we won't be seeing the Chinese, just the Japanese fighter. I hope that's not the case, but I think it may be, because we're only seeing Yamabe Kanae. That's a shame. Right, so it would appear that Yamabe Kanae will have no opponent. She'll take gold here in Baku. Right, we've got the awarding ceremony in the under 100 kilo category. Let's take a look at that before we come to the last of the weight categories today. The bronze medals go to Dimitri Peters of Germany and to Wolf Aaron of Japan. The silver medal goes to Cienix Miklos of Hungary. Well, the gold medal goes to Beka Gviniashvili of Georgia. Beka Gwiniashvili of Georgia takes the gold medal in the under 100 kilo category, which brings us neatly now to the family picture. And once we've had that, we'll move on to the bronze medals. In the plus 100 kilo category. Peters and Wolf took the bronze medals in the under 100, Seyenex the silver and Gwiniashvili the gold. It's Vladimir Nutsubidze to take control of the first of the bronze medal matches. Borbana of Hungary is up against Abdullah Tangriev of Uzbekistan. And most unfortunately, I think that it's Tangriev who has a knee injury and he's unable to take part. So we've had 3 scratches in this final block, I'm afraid. It's Bor who will just get the nod here. Well, the only thing that does is to bring us even quicker to the second of the bronze medal matches. Batolga Timoilen of Mongolia is next up, and he faces David Moura of Brazil. It will be Batolga in the white judogi, Moura in blue. The two have gone head-to-head on one previous occasion, and that resulted in a win for the Brazilian Moura. 58 and 48. Those are the number of ippons scored, weren't it? Vladimir Nidka is the referee in the middle for this one. Shinhara in the chair for David Moura. Disappointment for Brazil as far as Rafael Silva is concerned. He injured some tendons, or strained some tendons, and he wasn't able to take part in his contest. That's Olga, it is, who picks up a penalty, somewhat to his surprise. He looked at referee Nidka in complete shock at having collected that penalty. Left-sided effort there, blocked by Batolga. He's not in control of that, so there won't be any score. Just the single Shido against Batolga on the board at the moment. and that really was nice. Good entry from David Murray, showed some nice movement there. Trying to work on the arm as well. Neat little bit of work from the big fella. Beginning to warm to his task here. Single Yuko for David Murray. That's the lead with 2 minutes left to go. Shown some nice movement. There's another effort. There's not quite with the feet in the right place, but I'm going to fault him too much. He's a big guy putting in a big effort. Batulga not quite up to the standard just shown by, well, at least earlier on by Murray. Staying close to Batulga, looking for the turnover now. Batulga needs to show a little bit more urgency in his movement to get grips, and as soon as he's got a grip to really make something happen, because there's only a minute left to go here. He's down by Yuko and he hasn't shown any sign of threatening the big Brazilian. That's better. That's better. He just left the left leg way behind there, but at least he put in some effort. Odd seconds left to go. A little bit punchy from Mura. His heads clash as well. Well, it'll be Mura to pick up a penalty for stepping off here. He nods in acknowledgement. He felt that strong grip from Batulga and decided, hey, I'm going to leave this one alone. This time he moves off to his right side as Batulga presses forward. A second penalty picked up by Mura, but it won't matter now because Mura had the single Yuko, and that was enough for him to get past Batulga Timoilen and to take the second of the bronze medals in the plus 100 kilo category. Well, let's have a look and see how Mura brought that about. That was nice. Can't argue with that one. Very well done. Look how nice and high he manages to get that arm up by the elbow. Well done to David Mura. A much lighter weight would have been happy with that execution. He did a good job. Oh, well, you could have put Batolga out there because he was all over his leg, wasn't he? I'll leave that. We come now to the final of the plus 100 kilo category. Yachiv Kamo of Ukraine faces Roy Meyer of the Netherlands. It'll be Kamo in the white judogi, Meyer in blue. Osako Akinobu is the referee for this one, and there is Yachiv Kamo. And there is Roy Meyer. Well, I thought that Seyenix and Gviniashvili was a good matchup. Kukol and Nyman, same thing. Kamo and Meyer. All three of the men's finals have held really interesting questions. Let's see who's going to answer them then. I just threatened there with that little Morote Seonagi low down on the right side. My suspicion is that there will be a burst of action from Meyer, which if Kamo can see off, he's then likely to prove a little bit too clever and a bit too wily for Roy Meyer, whose ability to go full out at 5 minutes is come into question on occasion. Whether we're going to last that long or not is another question, but Kamo is looking reasonably calm at the moment. In fact, so calm does Kamo look that the referee has decided to give him a penalty for passivity. He needs to just have that little bit more action about him. Meyer will be perfectly happy if he remains sedate, but I can't imagine that's going to happen for long. Now, Kamo attacks twice on the left there, once with Osodogari and then low down left-sided with that Ippon Seonagi effort. And on both occasions, Meyer wasn't able to block him out. It was just Kamo's failed attack for his own reasons, rather than anything that Meyer had done to defend against it that stopped him from being successful with the efforts. A little bit too far away with the Osodogari and slightly off balance with the Seonagi. He threatens again with the Kosodogaki, but this time Meyer does defend against it. He feels that coming. He turns onto his front and he avoids getting caught. Well defended by the Dutchman. 3 minutes left to go, and it's now Meyer who comes up with his own Seonagi effort, but really doesn't threaten Kamo that much. And he's able to move off and away from the danger. Single Shido against Kamo, still with 3 minutes left to go. We tried to go low, left-sided with that Seotoshi, but it collapsed. And Maya was able to avoid getting wrapped up in anything. No real threat on the ground from Maya either. So the referee called mate. 2.5 minutes left to go. So half the contest gone. Single Shido against Yahif Kamo. There have been more attacks from Maya, but the better ones have come from Kamo. Unfortunately for him, they haven't been sufficient, and he's picked up a single Shido. Again, Kamo just showing a flash there of a possible Kuso Tagaki, but Maya was moving away from him, made it difficult to catch up. Whoops. That wasn't very clever, was it? The coach is being asked to keep quiet during the action, and coach only during the mate. I was lucky to avoid getting called for a yeah. There's the forced attack penalty. Thought there was a forced attack. This is good for Maya. He picks up a penalty though, and that will unsettle him slightly, but up until then it's all going well for the Dutchman. Yeah, that break there, time to pick up some information, and almost over. Big threat there from Kamo. Maya strong enough to avoid going over. That was what kept him up, his strength. Sutemi was it? Didn't come off, and Kamo quickly out of there. Little over a minute left to go. No score on the board. Both fighters have picked up a Shido apiece. So finally balanced as we go into the last minute here. And as I said earlier, it's not often that the big man, Roy, gets into the last minute with full power, although he looks reasonably strong at this point. He comes up with an effort on the right side, but to no effect. 40-odd seconds left to go. Kamo's got to go for it here. Doesn't want to pick up a penalty for passivity now. And Maya again going over on the right side. Well, he's flirting with danger here, is Kamo. He's got to be first to attack here. He can't allow Maya to come up with another attack. And he goes over on the left side and just about squeezes out an attack. And if he can come up with another one, he's got to look round to see what his opponent is doing here. He's got to know now that he's wearing his man down. Come up with another big attack here, Yahif Kamo. Last few seconds. Better grip around the waist there. Chase his man down, get both hands on him, and put in a big attack. But it's Maya who makes the first move. It's not the best of attacks. It fails, and Maya has to defend. Last few seconds, well, we're going to get golden score. Why not? Because we've had several contests that didn't make it to the tatami at all, so we may as well have a little bit extra.
The golden score.
So, golden score, the last contest of the day, gives us that little bit of extra. Who's going to take it now? Kamo in the white judogi, Maya in blue. Who's got that little bit extra left in the tank to take it home in the gold medal? Kamo's still looking cool and calm about everything. Maya slightly more tense. He comes in with a big right-sided Murata Seanegi, and Maya just moves, Kamo just moves around to his right to avoid that. And now Vitaly Dubre is asked to take a seat in the stands. A little bit too much coaching for the referee's liking. Kamo's got to get going. Half a minute has already gone. He hasn't put in an attack in this last period. Maya puts in a second. It's not a strong one, but at least it is one. An attempted shimiwaza. Doesn't come up with anything. This is it here. Kamo's got to attack or else he's going to lose it. Can't afford for Maya to come up with another attack. That's the simple part of it. Well, they're both working away at drop Seanegis, but they're both ineffective. Maya even slower to his feet now. One more roll of the dice for Kamo here. This should overpower Maya now. This is where he's got to get going, and there comes the Satemi Waza. Well, I don't want to say I told you so, but there's a script, there's a certain feeling that you get as things develop, and it just panned out that way. Yeah, it did. Yakif Kamo is the gold medalist in the plus 100 kilo category, overcoming Roy Mara. A spirited effort from the Dutchman, and he went the 5 minutes, didn't he? In fact, he went in there well over 5 minutes to golden score. But it's Kamo who takes the gold medal for Ukraine. Roy Meyer is the silver medalist. Nice finish from the big fella. Oh dear. There wasn't anything left in the tank to block that effort, you see. I mean, it's not the best Satemi Waza you'll ever see, but there's just nothing that Maya's got left to stop it. You can see he's spent. Kamo waited for his moment. Nicely executed. Yakiv Kamo of the Ukraine. We come now to the awarding ceremony for the women in the plus 78 kilo category. Let's go down to the far end of the competition hall and see the lineup of the athletes. The bronze medals go to Emily Andiol of France and to Nihel Chikrahu of Tunisia. Silver medal goes to Yu Song of China. The gold medal goes to Yamabe Kanae of Japan. Now the national anthem of Japan.
Thank you very much. Dear spectators, now to wait for the last medal ceremony for medal 100 kilograms.
Let's have a look at some highlights whilst we wait for the awarding ceremony for the men in the plus 100 kilo category. And now the last medal awarding ceremony for medal 100 kilograms. We come now to the awarding ceremony for the men in the in the plus 100 kilo category. There the athletes all lined up, and Roy Meyer has changed from blue into white. The medals are being presented by former world champion Dennis van der Geest of the Netherlands. The first of the bronze medals goes to David Mura of Brazil and to Borbana of Hungary. I only laugh because it wasn't that long ago that Dennis van der Geest was knocking them out against Borbana, and you know Roy Meyer very well. Good effort. But the gold medal goes to Yahiv Kamo, who has a look at Dennis van der Geest and said, well, I don't know you, mate. He's from a different era. Is Yahiv Kamo. Today's man. That is a beautifully executed Yoko Sutemi was. It really is. Perfectly executed by Yahiv Kamo, in my opinion. And now the national anthem of Ukraine.
Thank you very much.
Well, Yahiv Kamo had quite a day of it. He came in here as the number 4 seed. He defeated El Mehdi Malki of Morocco in the first round, Ushangi Kokari of Azerbaijan in second. Quarter-final, knocked off Rafael Silva of Brazil. And then David Moura, the second of the 2 Brazilians there, before defeating Roy Meyer of the Netherlands in the final. It was Moura and Bohr to take the bronze medals. Meyer took the silver, but it was Kamo to take gold. And to close out the day, it just remains for me to give you a rundown of the medal winners during these 3 days of competition here. There were Japan topped the medal table with 3 gold medals. There were 2 gold medals for Spain with from the women, Julia Figueroa and Maria Bernabeu. And then there were gold medals for the Netherlands, Uzbekistan, Great Britain, Russia, Ukraine, Israel, Georgia and Sweden. We'll have a look at those medal winners from today. Marcus Neiman, what a superb effort that was. Neil Adams was talking about the fact that he had almost retired, decided not to make a comeback, but he'd been off for a while, and then in he came to take the gold medal here in Baku. In the under 78 kilo category, well, we didn't have a final because there was no Martin Verkerk, but Husha Steinhaus did a good job to take gold here in Baku. But for me, player of the day was Beka Gviniashvili of Georgia. 6 fights, 5 Ippons. What a terrific effort that was. He was really super. Yamabe Kanae, well, she didn't really have a chance because Yu Song was injured in the final. And then Yahiv Kamo, also a terrific effort. Hard to choose between Kamo and Gviniashvili, but I'm going to go for Beka Gviniashvili. Be a nice story about him. We've got more judo for you next week, beginning on Friday, when we bring you live coverage of the Grand Prix from Almaty in Kazakhstan. We look forward to your company then, but thanks very much for joining us here. From everyone in the broadcast team, it's bye-bye for now.